the wild boar spirit and the bear spirit. In an ancient forest shrouded by mist and mystery, there lived a wild boar named Lys. After 100 years of intense meditation and mastering the magical arts, Lys transformed into a powerful spirit. His transformation gifted him with magic, wisdom, and an understanding of the natural world that few could fathom. Now, after a century in solitude, he yearned to see the world outside his hidden realm. 100 years, Lys murmured as he took his first steps out of his secluded den. I wonder how much has changed. As he wandered through the forest, Lys marveled at the beauty of the natural world. Yet his curiosity pulled him further, beyond the towering trees and gentle rivers, to the edge of the forest, where he hoped to find adventure. There, Lys came upon a large bear resting beneath a great oak tree, his chest rising and falling in a peaceful rhythm. The bear radiated a magical aura, much like Lys's own. Hello there, friend, Lys called warmly. Are you also a spirit? The bear opened one eye, his gaze wise and calm. Indeed, I am. My name is Auras. Too. Have trained for 100 years. Lys's eyes brightened with excitement. Then you must feel the same pull to see the world beyond the forest. Why don't we go together and explore the human world? Auras stretched his massive paws with a yawn but smiled. It's been many years since I felt curious about anything beyond these trees, but perhaps it is time for a change. Very well. Let's go. With shared determination, Lys and Auras set off, eager to see the human world that lay beyond their ancient forest. After days of travel, the two friends finally arrived at the edge of a small village. They were astonished by the sight of wooden houses, smoke curling from chimneys, and villagers bustling about their daily routines. Lys and Auras marveled at how different the human world was from the serene forest. But as they approached, the villagers noticed the wild boar and the bear and cried out in fear. A wild boar and a bear. Run! They'll attack us! Shouted one villager as he grabbed his child and fled. Other villagers grabbed sticks and stones, yelling, Get out of here, you beasts! Startled and hurt, Lys and Auras stepped back, realizing that the humans were frightened of their animal forms. Why are they so afraid of us? Auras asked, a tinge of sadness in his voice. Lys sighed. To them, we are only wild animals. They can't see us as the spirits we truly are. After a moment of thought, Lys had an idea. We have the power to transform. Let's take on human forms so we can explore freely without causing fear. With a wave of his hoof, Lys transformed into a young man with bright, intelligent eyes. Auras, too, took on human form, appearing as a sturdy young man with a warm smile. Confident in their disguises, the two entered the village once again. As they wandered through the village, Lys and Auras saw a young woman named Mary struggling to carry 2 heavy buckets of water. Filled with compassion, they approached her. Mississippi, may we help you? Lys offered kindly. Mary looked at them gratefully. Thank you so much. These buckets are too heavy for me. They took the buckets from her and carried them to her home. Mary's father, seeing their kindness, invited them in for tea. Over tea, Mary's family shared a disturbing story about a giant crab spirit that terrorized their village. Every few months, it demands a young girl as tribute. Mary's father explained, his face drawn with worry. We have no way of defeating it. Lys and Auras exchanged determined looks. Fear not, Lys assured them. We will face this monster and end its terror. That night, the villagers left a young girl at the edge of the forest as a tribute. But hiding nearby, Lys and Auras waited, ready to confront the crab spirit. When the monstrous creature emerged, its claws snapping menacingly, they sprang into action. The battle was fierce. The crab spirit's hard shell made it difficult to harm. But together, Lys and Auras fought bravely, wounding the creature and driving it away. The villagers, witnessing their courage, celebrated the two strangers with a grand feast. Food, music, and laughter filled the air as the villagers rejoiced. finally freed from the monster's reign of terror. As the festivities continued, Mary's father approached them with a surprising proposal. "You've saved us from the crab spirit. We would be honored if you stayed and became a part of our village. Perhaps you could marry into our community." Lys and Orez looked at each other, hesitant. Though they were touched by the villagers' kindness, they knew they couldn't stay in disguise forever. Lys cleared his throat and spoke. "We thank you for your offer, but there is something you should know. We are not truly human. We are spirits. A wild boar and a bear who took human form to protect you." The villagers gasped, but Mary's father spoke up. "These spirits saved our lives. They deserve our respect and gratitude." The villagers agreed, and from that day forward, Lys and Orez became beloved guardians of the village, visiting whenever danger threatened, always welcomed with warmth and admiration. Years passed peacefully until a terrible drought struck the land. Rivers dried up, crops withered, and the villagers grew desperate, seeing their friends suffer. Lys and Orez sought help deep within the forest, where they found the spirit of the great river. The spirit of the great river, a powerful being with scales that shimmered like water, listened to their plea. "To bring rain to your village, one of you must remain here, offering your spirit to restore balance to the rivers." Lys volunteered without hesitation. "I will stay, Orez. The village needs you to protect it. This is my gift to them." Orez nodded solemnly, understanding his friend's sacrifice. As he returned to the village, rain began to pour, replenishing the rivers and reviving the crops. The villagers celebrated, yet Orez mourned, for his dearest friend was now forever bound to the river. Orez stayed in the village, continuing Lys's legacy. He shared tales of Lys's bravery, and each spring, the villagers gathered by the river to honor Lys's memory. Though Orez missed his friend deeply, he took comfort in knowing that Lys's spirit flowed through every stream, protecting the land. Generations later, the villagers built a shrine by the river, dedicated to the wild boar spirit and the bear spirit who had saved them. People from distant lands came to hear the tale of Lys and Orez, and the village thrived under Orez's watchful eye. One evening, a young villager named Hannah ran to Orez with fear in her eyes. "Orez, there are strange men in the forest, muttering about taking power from the river." Orez's heart tightened. If they sought to harness the river's magic, they would disturb Lys's spirit. He could not allow it. As night fell, Orez transformed into his bear form, tracking the strangers to the river's edge. There, he saw 3 cloaked sorcerers chanting, surrounded by dark crystals. "Stop!" Orez growled. "The spirit within this river is my friend. I will not let you desecrate his sacrifice." The sorcerers sneered, sending bolts of dark energy toward him. But Orez fought fiercely, using his strength to scatter them. When one sorcerer fell into the river, the spirit energy within it purified him, leaving only calm water in his place. The remaining sorcerers, terrified, fled. Orez, victorious, returned to the village at dawn. The villagers gathered by the river to celebrate Orez's victory. They tossed flower petals into the water, honoring both Lys and Orez. As the petals floated, a soft glow rose from the river, a reminder of Lys's presence. And so, the legend of the wild boar spirit and the bear spirit lived on. Generations retold their story, teaching that true friendship, courage, and sacrifice are the greatest gifts. Lys and Orez remained forever bound to the village, guardians of the land they loved and protectors of the people who had become their family.